We're going to talk about a single, simple word today. But believe it or not, this one word unlocks a huge idea, a whole forgotten system really, designed to make language easier for everyone.
So let me ask you something right off the bat. Do you think you could get by, really communicate, have conversations, explain big ideas, using only 850 English words? It sounds kind of crazy, right? Almost impossible. But well, a whole system was built on that exact idea.
And that system? It's called Basic English. Yeah, it was created way back in the 1930s by a linguist named Charles K. Ogden, and he had this massive goal to create a super simple, functional language for the whole world. The core idea was pretty genius, actually. If you pick just the right small set of words, anyone could learn to talk about really complex stuff.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll look at the 850-word language idea itself. Then, we're going to dive into our case study, the word picture. We'll look at picture as a thing, an object, and then as an action. And by the end, we'll see how this one little word shows us the incredible power of keeping things simple.
So first up, the 850-word language. The real genius of Basic English isn't just about using fewer words. It's about picking smarter words, words that can do a ton of different jobs. And to really get how that works, we've got to see one of these, I guess you could call them linguistic power tools, in action.
Which brings us right to our case study, picture. How one word can show us so much. It seems so ordinary, right? So simple. But trust me, if we look really closely at this one word, we can unlock the entire principle behind how such a tiny vocabulary can be so incredibly powerful.
And you should know, this isn't just some random word I picked out. Nope. Picture is officially on the Basic English 850 list. It was put there on purpose, not just because it's common, but because it's so incredibly versatile. It's like the perfect poster child for how the whole system works.
And get this, its importance goes way beyond English. The idea of a picture is so fundamental to us as humans that the word for it exists in at least 69 different languages. 69! That's what makes it such a universal concept, and just a perfect choice for a global vocabulary.
All right, let's dive in. We'll start by looking at picture as an object, as a noun. And you might think, okay, I know what a picture is, but you'll be surprised at just how wide its meaning can stretch.
You can almost see its power level up in 4 steps. So step 1, it's a physical thing, right? A drawing, a photo. Easy enough. Then step 2, it moves into the electronic world, something on a screen. Step 3, it goes inside our heads, a mental image, an idea. And finally, step 4, it becomes this big abstract concept, the whole picture of a situation, your entire understanding of it.
And these 2 sentences just show the full range perfectly. On one hand, you've got, Mommy, I drew a picture of a cat. Super simple, totally concrete. But then you have, what's the picture like in Somalia? That's using the exact same word to ask for a huge complex analysis. That incredible range, that's where the power comes from.
But wait, we're only halfway there. Because picture isn't just a thing, it's also an action. It's a verb. It's something you can actually do.
So as an action, to picture something means, to make an image of it in your head, to imagine it. But it can also mean to be shown in a photo, or even to be described in a certain way. Like when a book pictures a character as the hero.
So here's the big reveal, right? We have one simple word that's doing double duty. As a noun, it's a thing. Anything from a drawing to a big idea. But as a verb, it's an action, imagining, showing, or describing. This 2-for-1 deal is the secret sauce of Basic English.
And that really brings us to the main point, the power of simplicity. The whole idea behind a system like Basic English is finding these words that aren't just easy, but that are also total workhorses. Incredibly versatile.
Just think about all the other words that picture can do the job of. Words like imagine, illustrate, represent, depict, even understand. Instead of learning all of those, you can just use picture. So you see, it's not about making the language smaller, it's about making it way more efficient. Every single word pulls more weight.
So as we finish up, it kind of leaves you thinking, doesn't it? Picture shows us how a really simple tool can do some seriously complex work. And it makes you wonder, what other everyday words are out there doing all this heavy lifting right under our noses? So I'll leave you with this. What's the most powerful simple word you know?